We love it raw.
Hi, this is We Love It Raw with A.S. Caldero, Chris Coury, the future, and V-Ness. Please subscribe, listen, share, tag, make people hear this. This is a great show. Thank you guys. We love you.
We love it raw!
As 2015 comes to a close in the WWE, it's time to look back and reminisce about the many moments that blew our minds and had our jaws on the floor. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special We Love It Raw, as we hand out the Slammy Awards for 2015. And we had a lot of Slammys that were handed out. But before I go into the categories, the nominees, and the winners of the Slammy Awards, I want to start on a very serious note. This ongoing feud between Roman Reigns and the Authority and the McMahons. And this dated back to TLC, when, after Roman Reigns lost to Sheamus, Roman Reigns lost it, went berserk, and assaulted the COO, Triple H, not once, but twice. Then, Roman continuing his onslaught by assaulting the chairman of the board, Mr. McMahon, on Monday Night Raw last week, then capturing the WWE Championship. Which leaves us to Monday night this week. What does Stephanie McMahon have up her sleeve? What actions is she going to take to try and dethrone the Roman Empire? But before actions were handed down, Roman had a message of his own to deliver to Stephanie McMahon in regards to Triple H and Vince McMahon.
Hey, you're in a good mood, I'm in a good mood, they're in a good mood. We're celebrating the Slammys and a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But just looking at your face, this feels like a setup. It really does. It feels like the League of Nations could come out here at any time and jump me. Or they're not. Maybe you're trying to be like your daddy last week and make me sweat. What you need to understand, I don't sweat you, Stephanie. I don't sweat your daddy. And I damn sure don't sweat your husband, Triple H. Why would I? I haven't seen him since I laid him out in TLC. But when you see him, please send him a message. Let him know that I'm here. And I'm not hard to find. Because I am the guy that carries this shiny gold WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
So with that message delivered to Stephanie McMahon, Stephanie just lost it. She was furious with Roman Reigns. She's had enough with Roman Reigns. She demanded that Roman Reigns get out of her ring, get out of the building, and get out of her sight. But Roman Reigns laughed and laughed and continued to be defiant. He refused. He did not leave the ring when ordered to. And that just angered Stephanie McMahon even more. Then Roman Reigns did something that nobody should do in life. And that is, he turned his back against his boss. And that boiled Stephanie McMahon to her limit. She had just about enough. I swear I thought I saw smoke coming from the top of her head and out of her ears. She even went to the extreme and tried to rip out the heart of the Roman Empire by trying to hit him where it hurts, his family. So what did Stephanie do? She made 2 matches involving his family. First, she made the Usos, Roman's cousins, Jimmy and Jay, versus the New Day in a 3-on-2 handicap match. But Roman Reigns wasn't bothered by that. He laughed that off. Like, really? And Stephanie said, I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to put your Shield brethren, Dean Ambrose, in a steel cage match against Sheamus. Again, Roman looked at Steph, shrugged the shoulders, laughed, and walked away. His defiance continues. And Stephanie said, because of your defiance, because of your actions, there will be hell to pay. What does she mean? You're going to find out a little bit later on. But with that now out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the fun to begin. It is time to talk about the Slammy Awards. Yes, the Slammys. So let's get right down to it. Our first Slammy Award category is Best Original WWE Network Show. Now, if you have the WWE Network, you're going to know these shows from top to bottom. Shows like the Stone Cold Podcast, Breaking Ground, WWE 24, Table for 3, and Swerved. All of these shows are fantastic. They are great shows, great stories behind every one of those shows on the WWE Network. But there can only be one winner of this award. And while all these shows are great, the winner of the Best Original WWE Network Show goes to the WWE Hall of Famer himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin, for his Stone Cold Podcast. So it was a well-deserved win for a well-deserved guy and a well-deserved WWE Hall of Famer. Then we had the Tell Me You Didn't Just Say That moment of the year. Now with this award, it talks about moments that had us saying, OMG, awesome, or saying a line that was just initiated. And the nominees for this award are good ones. Like I said again, this category, all these nominees are reliable and valuable winners, but there can only be one. So the nominees for the Moment of the Year Slammy are Brock Lesnar coining Suplex City at this year's WrestleMania, Ambrose calling Seth Rollins the Justin Bieber of WWE on the May 25th edition of Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins calling Cleveland Browns quarterback Johnny Manziel Johnny Idiotface on the June 15th edition of Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins dissing Kane during the Authority's WrestleMania celebration accomplishment on the April 6th edition of Monday Night Raw, and Paige spoiling Charlotte's newly won Divas title celebration on the September 21st edition of Monday Night Raw. Like I said, all of these are reliable and valuable winners, but there can only, like I mentioned, and I'll keep mentioning it throughout this show, one winner. And the winner of the Tell Me You Didn't Just Say That Moment of the Year goes to Brock Lesnar for his coin phrase of Suplex City at this year's WrestleMania. So we have 2 Slammy Awards down. But let's take a little bit of a break from the Slammys and let's talk about certain matches that took place on Monday Night Raw. It wasn't just all about the Slammys. There were some matches that took place as well on Monday Night Raw. We had Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens. Now, this has been going on for quite some time already. Alright, this has been going on, I think, since last week. Because Kevin Owens is a sore loser for him losing his Intercontinental title to a better man in Dean Ambrose at TLC. So Kevin Owens took actions into his own hands by attacking both, Ambrose and Ziggler last week on Raw. And then Ziggler had enough, decided to put up a match against Kevin Owens. And Ziggler had a couple of good moments in the match, hit a famouser, thought he had a win. But Kevin Owens overpowered Dolph Ziggler and ended up with a pop-up powerbomb and a win over Dolph Ziggler. And then we had Team Extreme, and then Kane, who sided with Team Extreme, surprisingly enough. They went against the Wyatts, and this has been an ongoing fight and battle, whatever you want to call it, for a while now. But Team ECW, once again, were no match for the indestructible force that is the Wyatts. So we had 2 matches. There wasn't many other matches that were going on, but there's some more, and I'm going to talk about them after I go over a few more Slammy Awards. So let's get back to Slammys now. Our next Slammy goes for the Celebrity Moment of the Year, and this is handed to the celebrity that had a big moment in 2015 in WWE. Celebrities like Stephen Amell, when he attacked Stardust at this year's SummerSlam. A nominee of Entourage, the cast of Entourage, introducing Zack Ryder on May 25th edition of Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens for his powerbomb on the singer of Machine Gun Kelly off the stage on June 15th, Monday Night Raw. And another SummerSlam moment where Jon Stewart got involved in John Cena's match, in which he helped Seth Rollins win the United States title. And the last nominee goes to a famous soccer star in Manchester United, one of the best international soccer players of all time, Wayne Rooney, for his slap on King Barrett on the November 9th, Monday Night Raw. And the winner of the Celebrity Moment of the Year goes to Stephen Amell for his dive onto Stardust in the Barclays Center at SummerSlam during the 3-day sellout of WWE Tour of New York City. Next, we have Hashtag of the Year. Now, hashtags have become a very popular thing on social media, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Hashtags captivate people. They start a trend, and they start a movement. So the nominees for Hashtag of the Year are Hashtag Suplex City, Brock Lesnar, Hashtag Give Divas a Chance, which was actually done by AJ Den Page, Hashtag Save the Tables, The New Day, Hashtag Axel Mania for Curtis Axel's rendition of Hulk Hogan. Big time epic fail, if you want to say it that way. And then Hashtag RKO Out of Nowhere. Now this hashtag is actually a Vine. So if you want to see what we're talking about with this hashtag, look at some of the Vines. Type it in on YouTube for RKO Out of Nowhere. Use RKO Out of Nowhere on Vine, whatever. Look it up. You'll see what we're talking about. Some of these RKOs were really out of nowhere. And this happened at WrestleMania with Randy Orton and Seth Rollins. And give or take 4 out of 5 were big time winners of this. They should have given it to all 4 out of 5. But like I always say, you can't have 4 winners in one category. You can only have 1. And the winner of the Hashtag of the Year Slammy Award is Brock Lesnar's Hashtag Suplex City. And you even see it continuing today on social media. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So Brock Lesnar has 2 Slammy Awards already. But his night is far from over. He's up for more categories on this Slammy Award night. But again, now, let's take a little bit of a break. We got a couple of more. We had a couple of other matches that took place tonight on Monday Night Raw. We had a Divas match. Becky Lynch and Brie Bella. Now Becky has Charlotte out by her side, and Becky just took care of Brie Bella like water out of a duck's back. So that match really was horrible, if you want to say the least. And then you had Neville against Rusev. A complete mismatch. Rusev just laid waste to Neville. 1, 2, 3. So 2 matches that I think should have just been off the docket tonight on Monday Night Raw. Had no significant impact on anything, so those were other 2 matches. So we had about a total of 4 non-important matches on Monday Night Raw, while the 2 other big matches are yet to come. And they have significant importance. So with all the minor matches now off the record books, let's go into more Slammy Awards. The next Slammy Award is a special Slammy Award. An award where you're talking about heroes. A hero inside of us, a hero amongst us. And this is a great award. Everybody is a winner on this award. Everybody. And the nominees of this award are John Cena for his active commitment to the military and Susan G. Komen. Big Show, again, an active member of the humanities. Natalia for her commitment to the military. Roman Reigns for the Father campaign and the Be a Bully campaign. Stephanie for her continuous support of the military, for her continuous support of Susan G. Komen, and Titus O'Neil for his commitment to other humanitarian actions. And like I said, all of these guys are winners in my book. But the winner of this award goes to John Cena for his commitment to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Susan G. Komen, and of course, the military. So congratulations to John Cena. Then we had Surprise Return of the Year Award. And a lot of these were really, really surprising returns. Some of you really have to go back and say, wow, I was surprised to see this guy, or girl, come back to the WWE. We had Sting returning and posing as Seth Rollins' statue, and he attacked the Architect, and this was on the August 24th edition of Monday Night Raw, in which I, myself, saw it in person. We had Chris Jericho, who teamed up at Night of Champions with Reigns and Ambrose. We had the Dudleys, which, again, I saw in person. And then at Hell in a Cell, just this past October, Del Rio teaming with Zeb Coulter to take the United States title from John Cena. And then Demon Kane, who prevented Sheamus from cashing in the Money in the Bank contract that he so rightfully won at the Money in the Bank in June, and laid waste to Seth Rollins at Night of Champions. So, the winner, and there was only one or two winners, if you want to say, because I do believe that the Dudleys should have won this award, because they were a really surprise big moment in the WWE. But the biggest surprise of the year does go to Sting for his surprise return on the August 24th edition of Monday Night Raw, in which he attacked Seth Rollins and posing as the statue. So Sting wins surprise of the year. Then we had the Best John Cena US Open Challenge Award. This is strictly John Cena against his opponents for the United States title. John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler. John Cena versus a very upbeat and upcoming superstar, Sami Zayn. John Cena against Ambrose. And John Cena and Neville. Now, all of these matches were fantastic matches. As much as I hate John Cena, and I'm sure a lot of you hate this guy too, he knows how to put up a fight. He knows how to defend belts. He knows how to make the crowd get into it. And he did that with these US Open challenges. But the winner and the Slammy for the Best John Cena US Open Challenge goes to the John Cena versus Cesaro match on July 6th edition of Monday Night Raw. That was the best U.S. Open Challenge match I have ever seen in the history of U.S. Open Challenges. So congratulations on that one, John Cena. Now we're getting into the heart and soul of the Slammy Awards. You noticed how the awards were minor and working their way up. So here we go. Let's go into Extreme Moment of the Year. Now this award is for moments that were downright extreme and vicious. Moments that had you saying, "Oh my God," and that popped your eyes from your sockets. Moments like Roman Reigns and his leveling of the League of Nations, then his leveling to COO Triple H just a few weeks ago at TLC. Then you had Seth Rollins breaking John Cena's nose on July 27th edition of Monday Night Raw. A massive brawl between The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. A month before SummerSlam, July 20th edition of Monday Night Raw. And a WrestleMania moment, Luke Harper powerbombing Dean Ambrose through a ladder match for the Intercontinental title. And then you had Neville's money shot, a diving crossbody move, off a ladder on June 11th edition of Monday Night Raw. But the biggest winner of this award does go to Roman Reigns for his annihilation of the League of Nations and Triple H just last week at TLC. So Roman Reigns has his first Slammy of 2015, second overall in his career. Now, let's go into the oh my God, the shocking moment of the year. This award is self-explanatory. Nominees are Kalisto's Salida del Sol, which occurred at TLC, Seth Rollins and his monumental and historic cash-in at WrestleMania, the Wyatts attacking and carrying out The Undertaker at Hell in a Cell, Brock Lesnar's assault of WWE personnel during his rampage for not getting his rematch against Seth Rollins on March 30th. Sheamus and his surprising Money in the Bank cash-in at this year's Survivor Series against Roman Reigns. But the winner and downright winner of this award is unanimously, hands down, Kalisto and his Salida del Sol at TLC during the Triple Threat Tag Team Championship match. Well deserved and a unanimous, hands down winner. Nobody came close to winning this award. Now, here is where it gets funnier. You've all heard the word LOL, laugh out loud. We all have. We use it every day in our lives, whether it's on Instagram, Twitter, Flickr, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever. It's become a worldwide phenomenon wording. And it turned into a Slammy Award again this year. So the nominees for LOL Moment of the Year are R-Truth and his blatant continuing misunderstanding that he thought, number one, that he was in a certain match. Then again, he thought he was in another match, and then another match. So his status was misunderstanding. Then you had The Miz promoting what was supposed to be like a Viagra pill, was a Niagara pill. So that was an embarrassing moment for The Miz. Then you had the kazoo battle between Edge and Christian in the New Day. And then you had the Hall of Fame speech by the legendary Luke and Butch of the Bushwhackers, which had everybody saying, what the fuck were they saying? Because you can't understand what the Bushwhackers were saying. And then you had the Authority dancing with the New Day. All of these are winners of the LOL Moment of the Year, because all of these were hilarious. But the winner of the LOL Moment of the Year goes to R-Truth and his status misunderstanding. That occurred on both Raw on June 8th and SmackDown November 19th. So now we got more awards to hand out. But before we talk about the rest of these awards, let's talk about the two significant matches of the night. Dean Ambrose and Sheamus in a steel cage match. Right off the bat, Ambrose gets bro kicked by Sheamus before entering the cage. Sheamus came inches away from winning against Dean Ambrose, but that was thwarted when Roman Reigns leveled again the League of Nations and then leveled Sheamus. Then Dean Ambrose took advantage, escaped the cage, and won. And as that match ended, you see Stephanie McMahon backstage. And Tom Phillips comes back and wants to get a reaction from Stephanie about what she just saw with Dean Ambrose and Sheamus. And right after that, you know Stephanie is not one bit thrilled at all. She is aggravated, beyond aggravated. And Stephanie just assaulted Tom Phillips and laid him down to waste. So that goes to show you that something is brewing with Stephanie McMahon. Then you had the Usos versus the New Day in a 3-on-2 handicap match that was ordered again by Stephanie McMahon for what Roman Reigns did earlier in the night. And this was a shocker. This was an award in itself. The New Day lost to the Usos. So you can see that the family of Roman Reigns is thwarting every move by the Authority and the McMahons. So it's now going to be very interesting to see what's next for Reigns, Ambrose, and the Usos when it comes from the McMahons and the Authority. So be on the lookout to hear what's in store. So with all those matches now done, let's now go into the remaining Slammy Awards of the night. We had the Double Cross of the Year Award. Double Cross means you two-time your friend and your partner. So here are your nominees. Damien Mizdow and his elimination of The Miz from the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the WrestleMania pre-show this year. Jon Stewart, once again, for his screw job of John Cena in Brooklyn at SummerSlam. Paige's attack on Charlotte and Becky on October 26th edition of Monday Night Raw. The babyface turn of Randy Orton against Seth Rollins on the March 9th edition of Monday Night Raw, a few weeks before WrestleMania. And then you had Stardust, aka Cody Rhodes, turning on Goldust on February 16th edition of Monday Night Raw. But the biggest winner of this match, of this award, hands down, goes to Damien Mizdow for his surprise elimination of The Miz at WrestleMania. So congratulations to Damien, now Sandow. Then you had an award of This is Awesome. This is awesome. But it's not the This is Awesome award. It's the This is Awesome Moment of the Year. And there were a few surprise entrants. Again, only one can win when there should all be winners. And the nominees are The Rock and Ronda Rousey confronting Triple H and Stephanie at WrestleMania. Brock and his pure annihilation of J&J Security of their Cadillac on July 6th edition of Raw. Randy Orton's RKO showcase of Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. The Shield. Now you're thinking, wasn't the Shield destroyed by Seth Rollins? For one night only, they did make a surprise return. And I'm surprised they weren't up for surprise return of the year. The Shield, yes, the Shield, powerbombing Randy Orton through a table at Payback. And then the most awesomest moment of the year. Yes, the most awesomest moment of the year. And I love watching it over and over again on the WWE Network, was the start of the Divas Revolution by Stephanie McMahon on July 13th, Monday Night Raw. That right there should have been the winner of the This Is Awesome moment of the year. But it was not the winner. The winner of this award goes to The Rock and Ronda Rousey for their confrontation of the Authority at WrestleMania this year. Surprised? What's your opinion so far of the Slammy and their winners? Let us know by leaving us a comment on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. We are very curious to see what you think of the nominees and the winners of these awards. And now, for the big awards. We have the Breakout Star of the Year. Now this goes to the superstar or diva that has made a big impact in their short time on the WWE's main roster. Our nominees are Neville, KO Kevin Owens, Divas Champion Charlotte, Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze, and the Black Sheep Braun Strowman. Hands down, all winners. But Neville did take the Breakout of the Year Slammy Award. Then you had Rivalry of the Year. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar is a nominee. Reigns and Bray Wyatt, a nominee. Cena Rusev, a nominee. Bella versus BAD versus PCB, nominee. Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, nominee. But the unanimous winner of this award, hands down, and I'm sure all of you agree, goes to The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar for their rivalry that dated back to WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans just last year. So Brock Lesnar has 3 awards now. Undertaker has another one. So he has about 2. Brock has 3. Then you had Diva of the Year. Now, 2 out of the 5 nominees are hands down winners in my book. But I'm not the millions of people that voted on this award. And the nominees for this award, ladies and gentlemen, are the leader of the Bella Army, Nikki, the creator of the Divas Revolution, Paige, Divas Champion, Charlotte, the leader of Team BAD, Naomi, and fellow team member, The Boss, former NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks. Now, while Sasha Banks, I believe, hands down, should have won that award, Nikki Bella walks away with Diva of the Year, well deserved, for her reign as the longest Divas Champion in WWE history. 301 days. Congratulations to that. Then we had the Tag Team of the Year. Now, hands down, there's only one big winner. And you'll hear the winner very soon, but the nominees for this award are the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, the New Day, current tag team champs, PTP, Titus and Darren, Kid and Cesaro, and the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto y Sin Cara. But hands down, unanimously, it belongs to the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, with those awards mentioned, talked about, and discussed, there's only one more major Slammy to be handed out. And this is by far the biggest Slammy of the night. You're talking Superstar of the Year. Now, it wasn't limited to just 5. For the first time ever in WWE history, and in the history of the Slammy Awards, every superstar on the roster was eligible to be a winner. While there were some good ones, you had Cesaro, Neville, Cena, Reigns, Sheamus, Kane, Taker, Lesnar, Rusev, the League of Nations, Barrett, Sheamus, Del Rio. The winner and brand new 2015 Superstar of the Year is the man who never lost the WWE Championship, who suffered an unfortunate knee injury just like Triple H did. His name is Seth freaking Rollins. A well-deserved winner and champion in my book. And what Seth Rollins said was true. That when he comes back in 2016, he's going to be rebuilt, stronger, and dominant. More dominant than when he was in 2015. And that he will regain what is rightfully his, the belt he never lost, the WWE Championship. And he said it with pride. He will become corporate champion again. And we cannot wait for that moment to happen. Maybe that will be the OMG moment of 2016. So now, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this year's Slammys. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you thought of the Slammy Awards. What did you think about the winners? And what did you think about the nominees? Who do you believe should have been nominated for the categories mentioned on tonight's show? Let us know. Let us know on our Facebook page, and let us know on our YouTube page. Maybe we can start a letter to WWE and tell them that these individuals, this team, this moment should be considered for next year's Slammy Award. And on a side note, make sure tonight at 8 o'clock on Sci-Fi you catch a live edition of SmackDown, Super SmackDown Live. And Wednesday you catch the most patriotic show of the year. Catch Tribute to the Troops, a 2-hour special, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock on the USA Network. So that's going to do it. It was an honor to talk about the Slammys. It was an honor to discuss them, and an honor to announce the winners. Well, 2015 had a lot of great moments. Let's hope 2016 produces better ones, and better Slammy Awards as well. I am your host, the boss, Chris Coury. And next week is our last We Love It Raw of 2015, where we are going to look back on everything that took place from January to now in the WWE. So look forward to that. I look forward to that, and we look forward to you listening to our year-end special of We Love It Raw. So good night, ladies and gentlemen. Be safe. And remember to keep it real. And most importantly, to keep it raw. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another installment of Breaking Ground, the review. On this edition of Breaking Ground, the review, it's about crossroads and how you can overcome crossroads in life. And for certain WWE, NXT superstars and divas, it's about achievement. It's about listening and doing. So with that being said, let's talk about certain individuals in the Performance Center that have hit a crossroad. One comes to mind, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, former NXT champion. He's upbeat, he's great. He made his debut on March 4th. Comes down with a significant torn labrum injury. Fought through the injury, lost to John Cena. He's been on the shelf. His crossroads, Sami Zayn, is to work his way back, to get his strength, and make it to the WWE once again. He's doing just that, but there's a long road ahead, and this is one of his longest crossroads to date. Can Sami Zayn achieve this crossroad? Can he overcome this crossroad? What do you think? Let us know. Facebook and YouTube. Comment on it. Can Sami Zayn overcome this crossroad? Tino Sabatelli, former NFL player, retired from the NFL due to injury, come to WWE. He's got a big crossroad ahead of him. His big crossroad is listening to instructions and understanding what needs to be done to make it in WWE. And he has not done just that. He has failed at everything so far. And Matt Bloom told him, if you don't bear down, Vince McMahon is going to completely ignore you, and you're not going to make it to WWE. So, Tino Sabatelli's crossroad is listening to instructions. Let us know. Can Tino Sabatelli achieve this crossroad, listen to instructions, and make it to WWE? Again, let us know. Facebook and YouTube pages. Comment on that. In the next and final crossroad is Sasha Banks and Bayley, two of the most gifted and talented divas in the history of the WWE and NXT division. Their crossroad is putting on the best show of all time. And they achieved that crossroad. They did put on the best show of all time. They did it in NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in August, and they did it at NXT TakeOver Respect. So while Tino Sabatelli and Sami Zayn are trying to achieve their crossroads, Sasha and Bayley achieved their crossroad. They put on two of the greatest matches of all time in the history of NXT and WWE. And they're only going to get better. Will they hit another crossroad in their careers? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Only time is going to tell. So that's going to do it. Like I said, crossroads come, crossroads go. But how you achieve your crossroads is up to you. My suggestion, do what Sasha Banks and Bayley did. Dedicate yourself and passion yourself. Because like the old Frank Sinatra song says, if you can make it here. You can make it anywhere. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to the second to last review of Breaking Ground. And as you all know, next week is the final Breaking Ground review of 2015. And I look forward, as your host, to delivering the last Breaking Ground review of 2015.